Generic greetings and welcome back once again to Prison Architect. Today's beverage is a very nice rooibos or red bush tea. So welcome back to Prison Architect, and in a previous series we built this, which is all focused around a central security room that has a sort of passive, not suppression, but aura effect around the other rooms like the yard and the common room, the gym, etc. that can be normally taken over by the gangs. This is a 100% gang facility. As you can see, we have good sort of staffing levels, even though they are not even in that room. So it provides a level of protection, as well as, you know, making sure that these can't be taken over. I don't know what we class this as in terms of its success or failure. It's always got a really high danger level. Money is, you basically only break even because there's lots of violence and you have to restaff and such. We could obviously turn on a mutator or two, so we can go with like super guards and super doggos. That would obviously help out, but that wasn't really within the original idea of the facility. We've also escaped from this one. I've also made some changes. I put in this fence here in the road gate, and yeah, finally put in the shower heads in the protective custody. But yes, we managed to get out just by walking out the front. That could have been improved by having in a sniper tower here, so we have learned something from there. As also another thing as well, the glass wall, it pretty much practically shuts down all level of escape via tunneling, because you always get seen going in or out the tunnel. So yeah. Oh, also we figured out that obviously transparency works both ways. We can see where the patrols are and such, and that's I guess some advantage. Either way, we're going to do some testing, and we do this as a bit of a laugh, and also it's just to round things off. And it's what would happen if certain events were induced, and things like, you know, everyone tries to escape, everyone tries to fight, everyone riots, that sort of thing. And we often learn how secure or not the facility may be. Now, this is particularly worrying, considering if we go to intelligence and informants, we have a lot of traits, and also legendary prisoner, legendary. You know, we've got like 4 or 5 legendary members in the facility. So yeah, I have a feeling this is going to be, yeah, probably more of a harsher one than normal. So let's go with the staff here, and I'm going to go with maybe instant. I'm going to go with a jailbreak, because that's the one I'm most worried about. Actually, no, the one I'm most worried about is everyone being armed. But we're going to go with jailbreak. So everybody now is trying to get out. Now you can see the snipers have engaged with a lot of these members, and oh, that's curious. So they've all seem to start running towards the security room. Is that because there's an armory there? It is possible. We do have some inmates who are trying to get out through here. That's damaged. Have they damaged the door control system? No, it's just not staffed, that's all. So they are now running out the front and heading down to here. We will obviously have the sniper, who should be able to take care of business if need be, although I don't think they've really got very far. Obviously, I've not initiated any sort of guard response, nor brought in anyone from the helipad or any of these security things, because the whole point is to see what would happen within the sort of normal running of the facility. And truth be told, this has been almost, I wouldn't say uneventful, but there's only been 11 fatalities, a little bit of a riot here and there, and basically that's everything's been sort of put back to normal. Everything's sort of okay. All right, yeah, they're repairing the doors now and such. Okay, well, that was quite telling. I actually like the fact that was a bit of a surprise. I expected every single one of these members to charge out through the front door, because that's what it does. But this is a gang facility, and obviously they have different ways of working. It looks like all 3 gang types were rushing to the security room. Where'd that come from? Words are hard. Yeah, they come in here, and obviously they would have to go through the kennel, then into the armory. Yeah, I think that's probably what they were doing. Why else would they be doing that? I mean, they could have went to smash up the door control system, and then I believe the doors fail open. But, or did this? I don't know. I don't know if they fail open or fail closed. Either way, they've smashed up some doors that they didn't even need to smash up, like that double door there. And they didn't get very far. Okay, well, let's see what happens then if we do a bit of fighting. So loading up the same facility around about the same time, and this time we're going to go with an instant fight. Now, this one, as I said, is probably going to be quite a harsh one, because the gangs will obviously team up and fight one another, which means, let's have a quick look actually. I'll pause it for a moment. Over to gangs, we have Oh, it's actually fairly balanced. The Vipers have got 40 members, 37 for Bone Breakers, and then 37 for Jackals. So it's actually fairly well balanced. It's just where they are all situated. So they are fighting in the middle here, which is to be expected. We have some fighting in the corridor there. Riot is underway. It was about 30 or 40 at one point, but it's dropped down to 15, 13, 12. We can see actually that the the cook actually healed up someone there as they were going past, and yeah, that's again quite surprising. I'm not really too sure what the oh hang on, it's starting to get a bit more serious now. Wow, look at that. So this is Dan Cox. They're actually a leader of a gang, leader of the Jackals. Is it? Did I say the Vipers? But they've actually taken out 3 doggos. Okay. But yeah, that was the fight, and we had some fatalities. Was it just under 20 there? Yeah, I think so. 14 actually it says. 14 says there, but that might not count. That might count the ones that have been taken out and then healed. I'm not sure, or might not. Let's just go over to guard response, and we'll initiate some guard response in here because this is the only room that has been that's been rioted over and had the control taken off it. Interestingly, not down here, but yeah, we'll have some guards go in there and pretty much deal with that, yeah, and it has been dealt with. Okay, so again, a little bit of a surprise there. I expected a bit more ultra-violence, but let's see about this time rioting. Once again, loading up fresh, and let's go over to staffing and to the instant riot. So we've done jailbreak, which didn't really happen. We did fighting, which did happen, but not any great level, and now we've got a riot underway. Instead of 110 prisoners rioting, it's already down to 65. Quite a number of deaths, and once again they seem to be coming out of their cell block and trying to get through the yard into the security room. Okay, so they have taken a couple of rooms over. This one over here, you can see, has actually been taken over. Looks like these guys are trying to take out the doggo, although Hornick is probably not going to get very far. That's went down to 6 prisoners already. Okay, there's obviously some sort of security issue when it comes to this this chapel, because we've never seen this not get taken over. Okay, emergencies, and I'm going to go with elite ops just because we can, and I'm going to bring in the elite ops over here. So we're bringing in the helicopter. It's not something we often do, but it's normally we don't do it because we don't have access to it. And we'll deploy the squad. So let's see. So a rope comes down and go. We'll charge around, and we will select those, and then in you go. And are they going to stop? Yes, they have stopped. Okay, so we've seen what happens when we have arms. What about if every single one of the inmates had them as well? I don't think this is going to go well. Of all of the ones that we've attempted so far, this one's probably going to be the worst. So again, a fresh load here, and we're going to go to staffing and to the what's called the Sambot Special, and that gives every single inmate some level of weapons. So it ranges from things like a revolver to a shotgun to, let's see what else we got going on, drills, sniper rifles there, we've got assault rifles, we've got lighters, which I don't think they actually use. I think you can also have you can get this sort of short straw as well, where you basically have yeah, there you go, wooden club, and yeah, some SMGs. So we've got several members who are rioting, but obviously their goal is, well, I actually don't know what their goal is. It looks like they're it looks like they're all headed towards the front door. Oh, okay, there you go. So again, I've not told the guards to do anything here. They're just, doing whatever they need to do. We've already passed, I believe, the failure state point for deaths. I think it's 20, but it might be 30. Either way, it's probably going to pass both of those anyway. Over here, we can see, once again, this has been taken over. And, yeah. Still more fighting in and around here, I think. Yes. So some of these, like Ed Dillon here, they're just fighting. They're just taking people out. They're not trying to head anywhere. They're not trying to go anywhere, they're just taking people out, and oh yeah, there you go. So we've definitely hit the failure state, I think, for deaths within the facility. We'll find out in a moment, actually, because there's 40, still heading up, 43. Do I need to bring in any helicopter? I don't think I need to. I was going to suggest what I'm going to do is, I was going to say what we'll do is we'll do this again to stop people getting out, and basically put all of the guards in here and bring in the elite ops. But to be honest, we haven't even had a problem with people getting out. In fact, as you can see, there's only a few people that have managed to get into reception, never mind out to here, and then all the way down. Remember, in escape mode we can climb over the fence, but these guys can't unless they put a rope over it. I mean, they can have access to a rope in the gymnasium here, but I think because of the gang members, there's some level of behaviours that they just don't display. Anyway, let's bring in the helicopter, and we're going to go with a deployment. Hang on, just go to this one, and we'll say deploy the squad, and then they head off. I don't know where they've headed off. Oh, they're sort of patrolling in the middle. Yeah, now we've dealt with that one. Yeah, okay. So this will probably pop up in a moment about it being a bit naughty. Yeah, 46. So eventually it will pop up and say, nope, you've gone too far on that one, and you know, negligence and all of that. And then you have, I think it's 5. Yeah, I think you have 5. 24 hours to basically not have another 5 members of the facility be taken out, whether it be guards or inmates alike. It doesn't matter. Just any fatality counts up to that one. I did cancel it actually in the build series with legal defence. One of the few times we've actually had to do that. There's the CEO calling. I wonder how if you just don't answer them. Just let it ring and ring and ring. Yeah, okay. So there is the criminal negligence meter going up, and you know what I might do? I might run the clock down on that one and see if we can actually get put in the facility. Something we don't often see. This is where we do want that to happen, but no, it won't. I'm going to go to staff and to guards. I'm going to hire some more guards, all the ones that I can actually, because I need to get these people moved around. Actually, that's wouldn't even be members, would it? It would be workers. Yeah. I just realised as well, if we go over to staffing, we see dog handlers down to 10. I think we had 20. Sniper hasn't altered. Workers, that hasn't altered either. Janitors and guarders, I don't think has either. 16, I think we had 20 to 24 armed guards. And yeah, that's obviously dropped down to a very low amount. Anyway, we're going to get several people arriving today. Let me just go for workers. I'm just going to spam those just so they can get the guys moved around and, well, off here. Jackals increased regime yard time to 6 hours. So I'm not going to do that because I want them to kick off. Let's see what actually happens. So there is one of the deaths. Okay, so we've got 12 hours remaining. So it feels like, unless something major goes on, that's not going to be altered. Although I'm not going to give in and adhere to the gang demands. I'm still going to keep punishing the... I'm going to actually put on free fire, all sectors. Yeah, so I'm still going to keep punishing the leader of the gangs to, try and infuriate them some more. So we're on 8 hours now. We might actually get through this, which is, again, actually quite a good sign. It means that even when things do go wrong, we can arrest it and sort of put the pieces back together, as it were. Down to 6 hours. Still got a lot of prisoners and staff members just hanging around here. They should be brought to the hearse. There's double hearse actually here. Okay. I think there was a level of misbehaviour around here. Coming up to 3 hours remaining. Don't think there's anything really that's going to happen then, unless something goes seriously wrong. Look at all this food that's just been flung around here. It's also a day glow. I don't know what we're feeding the inmates, but yeah, glows quite quite a bright colour. And it looks like we've got away with it. So that was warning criminal negligence, and we managed to get it passed. So we had, was it 46 fatalities when every single inmate was armed with something. We were told that you can't have more than 5 people perish in the next 24 hours, and there was only the one, and that's even with like free fire on through half of it as well. It's probably going to kick off now because we're not giving in to the Jackal's demands, but we are going to leave it there for now. That's been a bit of Prison Architect and the Extreme Testing Initiative. Actually genuinely surprising. I honestly thought that this was going to be a lot less secure than it actually was. There's look, not giving demands, and there's only been 3 deaths, so we would have still passed that criminal negligence case if we, if we had that event happen earlier. Oh, it's up to 4 now. Now we would have failed it because we had one previously, and then there's the 5th. Okay, spoke too soon, obviously. Either way, that's been a bit of Prison Architect. Genuine that this is actually quite secure, but I think that's just down to the high levels of staff and high levels of training and such that we've given. So we've got like disarming certification throughout the board, we've got stun battens, we've got taser rollouts, we've got body armour, we've got snipers, we've got armed guards, we've got obviously the ability to see and shoot through like the walls and such, we've got CCTV, we've got loads of patrols. So yeah, it is actually quite secure. I would have thought more people would have got out, but yeah, always good to learn something. Either way, hopefully, if nothing else, it's been a bit of a laugh, and as always, comments in the comments. Thanks very much for watching, take care, and generic partings.